Hello. Things are good. I'm just chilling. Let's go. So, I have been grinding my face off.
What now?
Look at that money. Holy shit. And I'm just working on mage and or wizard for the others. And magic seeker. Should also consider faker, but I don't know. Thank you. So anyhow, things are looking up. I'm just ensuring that they continue to look up. So yeah, I still don't even know. What even is the point of faker? Maybe. Okay. Pelts one elemental attack. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't even know about that class. Anyway, let me show you what I've been doing with my time this past Sunday. Mostly running through here as merchant and rocking the crap out of everything.
I see the end. All right. How's that? That's not hard. Charging in. Time for some close combat.
This is just the mausoleum.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Yeah, lots of money. And the other stuff is just incidental. But yeah, I've acquired several Heroes Leaf, and it's become a leveling fest, really. For this guy, we've got Swordmaster maxed, also Brawler. This girl, we got Magic Knight maxed, also Mage, so I moved on to Wizard for her, because she needs Wizard to get the next thing in Night Tree, kind of? Like Paladin or something? I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, we're getting her to 10. And this guy is kind of whatever. I still don't know what to do with him. But I'm thinking I should max out Thief once Magic Seeker is done. And, of course, there's the protagonist. I got to Cleric, and I also worked a little bit on Wizard, but then I realized Merchant, might as well Merchant, because, well, I'm not getting very much XP. I could be getting a lot of gold. So let's get a lot of gold. So yeah. And this one's been working on some things. And yeah, I still don't know what that one is. We'll have to figure it out later. Anyhow, I've just been going back. Pressing B throughout the whole thing, pressing A only when it's resume exploring, and then holding right trigger the whole way through,
Time for some close combat.
slaughtering everything.
I see the enemy. Charging in.
And I've also been trying to see how well I can maintain like a chain, and we're not doing this.
Now, flee.
It's not safe yet. Stay alert.
To have like
All right. How's that?
Oh, I say grab it.
the full funding shown, more or less, from the entire endeavor.
See the enemy.
But sometimes I screw it up. But, you know, these things happen. Yeesh.
Right there.
Nice fun. Looks
I
like it
see
could
the
be
enemy. Time for some close combat. All right. How's that?
That was well done.
There they are. Charging in.
Your training has paid off. Very impressive.
There. And that's a full clear for the area. I'm just going to continue this until Hulkenberg's wizard gets up to 10, and then we can move on.
Right there. Let's push through.
Your training
There
has
they
paid
are.
off.
Forward.
I'm more using the
Right there.
archetype XP to
I knew I could count.
basically like make a cutoff point of sorts, not necessarily a goal. It's not the primary goal. The primary goal is money. Obscene amounts of money.
Avoid this fight. Stand ready.
Thus, merchant. And once I'm back in Grand Trot, I might just buy
I see the enemy. All right.
at least one of everything,
Forward.
Very impressive.
if not the whole stock, if it's limited stock.
Keep it.
Right there.
Yeah, nice work.
I see the enemy. Let's push through. I imagine that's time for some close. Come on.
Yeah, nice.
Merchant is not the best, but it's not the worst for overworld combat. It's got the bonus money, though, and that's the main thing. And it is blunt, so we can mash the fuck out of skeletons with the abacus. Not really give a shit.
There they are. Time for some close combat.
Good job.
Come on.
That's not half bad.
I see the enemy. Let's push through. Come on.
The big ones are the the big ones, and the teleporting ones are the primary targets. Anything else is just bonus. Blah 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 blah. Bleedy doo,
I see.
bleedy doo.
Amazing. Great
Let's
moves
push
back
through.
That was
Charging in.
There she is.
There they are. All right. How's that? Forward.
impressive. Your training has paid off.
So this isn't the best place to grind in. It never was, but it was a convenient place to be. Just where I was at the moment, you could pretty much grind anywhere, it's fine. It's just a matter of how efficient you want to be, and this was not that efficient. Yeah, look at that. Jesus Christ, man. 6 hours. So no, this was not any kind of good grind. Return to the entrance. Yeah, let's go back. Alright, we gotta turn this guy into a hero. Whoa, hold on a minute, mate. Are those mortar skulls? Don't tell me. Did you bring those for me? I brought them for you.
Excellent.
Haha. I'm not dreaming, am I? I really don't have to die? Hold on. Are you going to tell us why you needed those mortar skulls now? Well, you see, there's this weird fad among the nobles right now, where they think placing skulls in their homes will ward off disaster. But normal ones are no good, apparently. It's got to be one of the specially marked ones from the mausoleum. Or they'll supposedly have no effect. Completely daft, right? A noble with more money than common sense demanded that I bring him the skulls. Said I'd be sent to the gallows if I didn't. Seriously? That's ridiculous. I can't believe they made such an outrageous threat over such a silly superstition. Yeah, I thought nobles were supposed to be a little more, noble, or at the very least smarter than that. But lately they've all been panicking. I think that whole Grand Cathedral fiasco reminded them that it doesn't matter how much coin or influence they got, they can still die just like the rest. With leaders like this, I doubt anything around here is going to settle down and go back to normal anytime soon. Anyway, thanks to you, I managed to escape with my life. Here's the reward I promised.
Mission accomplished.
Nice. Brigandine. Thanks, young Elda. You really put your life on the line for a complete stranger like me. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Well, you say that. You really saved my skin, mate. I almost became a pile of bones myself. I need to deliver these skulls as soon as possible. Not like they're going to actually help those nobles, but they're impatient to get them, nonetheless. World is fucked up. What else is new? Anyway, we should probably change these guys back to whatever their preferred class is, so they can actually do the shit that they need to be doing. I could actually do commander for her. Maybe. Yeah.
Fascinating. This, all right?
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm counting on. Of course.
No biggie. Boom. Yes. And then you should have first aid because it's very cheap. Although, I don't know about that. Maybe it's fine. Should be fine. Strawl, I'm not too sure about. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Not a faker. Or a seeker. Or a mage, really. I don't know, man. Skullcracker and Blizz. I guess that's fine. Yeah, you could stay on that. Heismay's fine with Magic Seeker. I am good with Merchant or wizard. Probably wizard. I am a hairy wizard. No. 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 Okay. Hey guys. The underground mausoleum is a big place. If we're going there, we need to be well prepared. Of course.
Evidently.
Seems the state army is mobilizing to clean up the bodies and wreckage inside. I imagine it might take a while considering all the devastation. And I did try to go up to the the cathedral floors. It's blocked off, so no.
What do you think? Understood.
Let's get back. We done. Nighttime. Doing things. Tira. Covered a necklace in the mausoleum, correct? Belonged to a nobleman. We should return it with haste. That entire mess has affected a great many people. It's all such a shame. All the more reason to fulfill our goals so that further tragedies may be averted. He's probably real eager to get it back. Let's deliver it to him before we forget.
The deadline is...
The road that was blocked by the landslide should be cleared soon. We've got the head we were after, but I'm sure we can do more good around here in the meantime. Yeah, to most people, we're still a band of nobodies. Maybe we should visit more and see if we can get stronger, or strong enough, to make a name for ourselves. Well, I believe this meal is well earned. Shall we have our fill and retire? I'd say we earned our rest. I relaxed with friends. Yes, I did.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Blah-de-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-doo. 16th. We depart tomorrow. Okay. So what is the skinny today on the schedule? Son Lumio. Give necklace to noble. Okay. Yeah, we could figure that out in a second. We ought to start every day the same way. Anyhow, think we can do this. Because the other one is the start of each day. Damn. How much? Damn. I gained 5 levels. Good God, man. Nothing's gonna give us trouble for a while. Yeah. Wash. Yeah. Go see Maria for things. We should talk. And I'm in Grand Trot again. It's just for me to get to Grand Trot. Maria's the best. Give the necklace to the resentful noble. Pay a visit to the angry man. Receive a Mogla potion. Okie dokie. We can move the didn't mean to push that button. Force of habit bullshit. We can go over here, which we're not going to buy anything yet. Because it's not Idol's Day. 20% off is pretty big
Come to think of it,
for purchases of this magnitude that I'd like to make. Hey, hey. Unstinking believable. Hi. I heard the cry of human just now. I'm sure it was just someone's stomach growling. Look, there's an elder right there. Please, let's forget about the incident at the Grand Cathedral. There's no need to come here every day. You. Yes, thank you. Okay, that one noble is in San Lumio. Oh, you. What do you have to say? What do you want? You are not one of my clients, and I only do business via referral. Doesn't strike me as a fishmonger. Straw's probably looking for someone else. No kidding. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Mom talking about burgers, and we love burgers. We love homemade burgers. In this household, at least. Especially when they're grass-fed beef. Nee. Hi.
What?
That black jewel necklace. Don't tell me. You found a proper warrior to help you retrieve it. I did it myself. What the hell are you talking about? Of all the people, it had to be a worthless Elder. I've seen your face before. You're the youth who helped to restore order during the attack on the Grand Cathedral. I apologize for my earlier behavior. The things I said, I can't even imagine what my wife would think if she heard me utter such discriminatory nonsense. Allow me to reminisce for but a moment. My wife was a researcher in the king's employ. She had such wit. We would talk for hours endlessly, discussing the country's future. She was kind and noble. Frankly, I never deserved her. And this necklace, it was the object which she treasured most. Wow, I never would have guessed. I'm glad we were able to bring it back to you. You have my deepest, most heartfelt thanks. Here, the reward I promised. Accept it as a gift. From the both of us. Unfortunately, I am running low on funds, so this is the best I could do. Forgive me. It's not a problem, dude. Just spread the word. Sunglass cuirass. That's okay. Courage. We like the courage. The courage is good. The courage makes this worth it on its own. Courageous young Elda. Shan't forget your kindness for as long as I live. Now that I have this memento, I've some closure about my wife's fate. I should return to the countryside now. I bid you farewell. Okay, now... So we did the necklace thing, we visited the angry man, we did the pantry, washroom. Help Heisme find a place. Yeah. First, no. No, we'll do that now. We'll do the shopping on Idle's Day. We should talk. Hello, sir. It's you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I wouldn't be sure what to do with myself. I don't suppose I could ask your help with something. I know I'm imposing, but... You remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay my son to rest? I happened across a nice place the other day. Let's go right away.
My thanks.
You'll go then. In that case, I hate to ask, but could you teleport us to Martira? Not a problem. Plenty of new graves. Possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here, among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here and singed to pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Shall we look for somewhere else? Shall we look somewhere else? My thanks. I think we'd do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest? If you don't mind indulging me just a bit further. Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows, too. It's too dangerous. Might be too dangerous. I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
We shouldn't.
I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations, if you don't mind. No problem.
Got it.
Okay, let's do that then.
My thanks.
I appreciate your understanding. You're certainly more patient than I was at your age.
The truth is,
All Yugif travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home. Some scatter the bones in the sea. But some bury them beneath a great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so,
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. But it is my concern. Of course it's my concern. You really are unlike everyone I've ever met. Then, might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Maybe I'm just imagining things. What's the matter? What is it?
no.
Looks like this place. It looks just like a place my son loved.
My son,
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know 'tis just an empty fantasy. Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Miss May, are you alright?
yes.
Yes.
My apologies.
Apologies. I didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run, with the wind in his face. And yet, something bothering you? Still something bothering you?
The truth is,
I just have one thing holding me back. That sweet smell on the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. You just remembered it? You're just now remembering about your hometown? It occurred to me, yes, but I've not visited even once since I left. I sincerely doubt they'd welcome me back. Wind blows in my home, sweeter than any I've known. Why don't we visit? Well, let's just go and see. But, no, you are right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place. Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. Feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Hayasme's extraordinary resolve and the depth of his gratitude. The aloof hermit Hayasme, keeper of the and inheritor of the thief's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
I must come to
Adept Assassin. Good. You now study the assassin in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness, at least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the time. For today, let us rejoin our comrades. Okay. What do I need for it? Thief 20, that's easy. Okay, fine. We'll just do this. Blizz is good. We're fine with that. Okay. And, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Alright, what now? Head to the King's Rock and check the podium to give a speech. Right. Right. More drifting. Right. I remember that.
It's time.
Well, we're finally leaving this place tomorrow. Yes, we are. Moore's presents. Let's go. I sense the power of a new archetype. Do come and speak to me, should you want to study it. But first, cat. Cat.
That's a good thing.
Cat. Alright.
You don't say.
You've studied quite a number of archetypes. You may be the most adept research partner I've had.
Incredible.
Nice. Hero's Leaf of Light. Increases imagination, yeah.
All right.
Imagination. Okay. Imagination. Just now. No, impossible. Are you alright? Are you alright? Nothing. I just recalled some memories that are slightly unpleasant. Unpleasant memories. A memory of long ago, my time with a trusted comrade, and his eventual betrayal, though I cannot even recall his face. I had deep trust in him, and so the wounds on my heart were equally so. It seems I never had an eye for people. But you do.
It'll be fine.
But you do, don't you? Indeed. Should I deny my better judgment now, it would cast doubt on you as well, and that is the last thing I want.
I must apologize.
I'm sorry. I find myself thinking in circles so often here, and kernels of doubt so easily grow to overshadow my mind entirely. For example, I believed I was conducting this research of my own volition. But is that the truth? Lately, I have felt that my research may actually be by another's will, that I only labored under their guidance. I was so happy to imagine my memories restored. But now I wonder if some things are best left forgotten. Where's this coming from? Are you alright? It is a difficult question to answer, yes, but I confess I feel a little better knowing you worry for me. My apologies. Didn't mean to let any bitterness slip out. Perhaps because I am so unused to it these days, but I do so struggle with conversation. You truly are too kind to me. Thank you for being here. It means more than I can say. Yeah. Poof.
Often I find your words.
Scions merit increased skill inheritance slots for Seeker lineage to 3. Good enough. Mental weariness aside, we have further work to do. Your next task is to cultivate the heroic embodiment of the commander, the general. I'm sure this will prove to be a fine source of power, as well as further increase your royal virtues. Worth the trouble, I'd say.
This one's important.
Okay.
I can depend only on you.
I would be happy if you could visit me again. You are all I believe in. Right. Okay. We're fine. Let's go check out the thing over here. Faker. Research documents about the Faker archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes whose schemes and machinations shattered in the status quo. Their souls together form the power of the Faker, among them the elite who longs for revolution, who combats society's rules with blasphemy and audacity. I dub the Trickster. Dude, that should have been the first one. The Faker archetype debilitates enemies and uses unique strategies to sow chaos and bring about drastic changes. It is unpredictable, even to the wielder. But trickery alone cannot produce consistent success in battle, nor is every foe a mark. Let no Faker forget this truth. So this archetype can weaken enemies by spreading chaos. It's not very strong, but it could be the secret to taking down the tough ones. Okay, I'm calling it right now. The archetype line should be Trickster, and the adept archetype for that line should be Joker.
You'll come.
Just because it sounds better that way. Faker is just so weak for a freaking class name. I mean, my god, people. Anyway, let's go to the King's Rock. Enough bitching about developer and or localization bullshit. What you got? I must thank that elder boy for showing up bloodless. Since their debate, that wastrel has refrained from entertaining us with his so-called speeches. Good. So there's no one else here. If I stand up and give a speech on this podium, I bet that'd draw some attention. Why don't you stand here and make a speech? It's a good opportunity to convey your thoughts and feelings to the people of the city. Giving a speech here should improve my eloquence. And if you do a good job, you might get some money to boot. You want to try making a speech? I do.
Gone to shite, this has.
Our young are leaving in droves for cities with better trade and industry, like Grand Trod or Brylehaven. What policies will you prioritize to protect a remote town like ours? Hold on. Let's promote local delicacies.
Please listen.
I think promoting the town with its local delicacies would be a good idea. Oh, please. Are you that naive? Then again, I have heard that insects are coming up in the culinary world. They're surprised at first, but they always go home saying they'll miss the food. Maybe we really should advertise our insect dishes more. I managed to win the hearts of the people. Feel like my eloquence has improved. I mean, yeah, dude.
Eloquence.
'Tis one of the virtues. If thou inspire blah 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 blah. Don't care. Give me the money. The drop in the bucket, that is the money. After listening to the people, I return to the group. Of course, it doesn't move because I've already won over everybody in this town.
The age of a new king.
I mean, absolutely everybody. So, I'm basically preaching to the choir now.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents.
Oops.
If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
Okay.
Right, everyone. Farewell said. Particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got the wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep. Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brialhaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we punch it south out of Martira, we'll make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so.
Whoa!
Wow. So that's Port Brialhaven.
This place here. This place here.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brialhaven exactly? 'Tis a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Naras? Why, I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brialhaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brialhaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
Ba-beam, 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 bum, beam, bum, beam, bum, beam, beam, bum, beam, bum, beam. 3 days until we reach Brialhaven. Alright, let's save right here. Or right above that. Hold on. Yeah, above that. Ba-ba-beam, ba-ba-beam, bang. Okay, what are we doing today? Right. So, afternoon. It's off to Port Brialhaven, check the pantry, washroom. Thanks to Maria's speed cooking follower perk, we can cook 1 dish for free anytime we're traveling. You can cook both in the afternoon and night as long as you're traveling. But there's no rush to finish the recipe list, so I'll mainly list cooking in the afternoon. Okay, head to the kitchen and make benevolent bread for the classy woman's request. Okay, yeah, benevolent bread, you say. Okay. To the pantry. To the washroom. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so, cooking. With the tips Maria gave me, I think I can cook without taking up much time. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Okay, let's cook. Benevolent bread. I think we only need to make 1. And that edition on Hajme's home village? I'll go get it. Or get him, rather.
Now then.
I've heard tell that you mean to cook with dough today. In that case, you were right to summon me. Dough is a most delicate ingredient, and those who lack experience often go foul of it. But you are in luck today, lad, for I was raised in the grain belt, and our dough shall rise to my standards. Followed Hajme's lead and began kneading the flour into dough. Allow me to demonstrate the proper technique. Like this, and that. Ha-ha! Why do you idle? Come, show me your conviction.
Don't lose focus.
This is no time to rest. Should we err in either time or heat, all our efforts thus far will be for naught. Wow, you made the fluffiest bread I've ever seen. I present to you a taste of my hometown with this benevolent bread. Prepare yourself. You are not ready. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Okay. What now? Benevolent bread. Once that's done, let's go read New World Travel Diary. Fine. Uh-huh. Bum 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 bum. He continued to traipse through the raging sandstorm. At last, he came upon a cave, the entrance gaping like the maws of a beast. The walls of the cave were translucent, revealing the inside to be a gigantic, intricately winding labyrinth. Fantastical and akin to a mirage. Giant cave with glass walls in the desert? Sounds otherworldly, but also strangely familiar. Well, whatever. What's it sound like to you? Sounds pretty. Yeah, it sounds pretty. That would be a beautiful sight. Yeah. Bet it'd be dazzling in the daylight. Probably at night, too. Sparkling in the moonlight. I feel like envisioning the scene with Gallica has improved my imagination. Bam, 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 bam. I know this new world is just fictional, but I want to visit if it were a real place. Wouldn't we all? Finish the book. More imagination. And that's 3. Visionary.
Imagination.
Yeah. We know. Things are good. Things pertaining to things.
The setting sun sink under the horizon. Their gauntlet runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sun fades, leaving only deafening sounds. The anticipation of Philip's return's beginning swells in their hearts.
Boom. 30-second timer in my face. Partially blocking the frickin' thing for 10 seconds. Hey, have you heard? There's a bath cask on the deck, on the back deck now. Bath cask. I've heard enough whinging about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped. I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. Thanks to Neuros, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire Mog by using it, but you can also add various bath salts to the water to improve your abilities.
The breeze feels nice.
We've got 3 more days on the road. I can tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night. Sure. Luma B. Okay. Check the campfire. Since we hung out with Strahl and Hulkenberg during previous travel nights, let's go with Heismay this time. You can choose any of them for the same royal virtue boost. Heismay. Where dost thou be, my sir? Where is he? Heisme? Feeling anything right now. Really? Where is he?
Ah, it's you.
Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. What say we take a little rest to talk a moment? No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now. Which means we get to have a little break. By recalling the past and planning for the future, with Heisme, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Heisme? Talk with Heisme.
Good grief.
Goodness. Time to bid farewell to Martira, isn't it? I can't help but feel a connection to that place. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martira. The air there agrees with my skin more than Grant Trod's. Despite what happened, despite all the terrible things that you experienced, I bear no affection for the period when I was branded a kidnapper, but harbor no ill will for those whose children were taken. Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard before that you received this mission from the hidden village where His Highness the Prince resides. Ah, right. My apologies. I didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. Your tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the Yujiv. I'll not pry if you'd rather not discuss it. There are none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of their past, myself included. But if that is truly the case, then perhaps it is not one's past that defines their character, but what they do in the present and the future. If we were to all face the future together, then perhaps someday we could find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from that novel you carry. Felt my imagination grow as Heisme and Shibish. Glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I will keep you company in its stead. Heisme and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yarp.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Heisme, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted. Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, where did you hear Yujif are capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. Two days we'll be in Port Brilehaven. We've really gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I gotta check on a thing with the stream, so BRB. Okay, I think I may have fixed whatever I could, but largely it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. So anyway, what are we up to? Back to the guide. So we did Heisme's thing. Right. It's the 18th, yeah. Okay, yeah. Check the pantry and washroom, head to the kitchen, new dish, la-di-da. Yeah, sorry for that very lengthy pause on the stream. Just trying to figure things out with my macros on OBS. Let's cook something. What are we cooking? We are cooking... hold on. Head to the kitchen, make a new dish. If you check the symbol next to each one, you'll be able to tell which ones you've already cooked in the past by a pot icon with a check mark. You should have one giant worm meat for cooking critical meatballs. Now feel free to cook something else. Let's play a game with Hulkenberg. Okay. Critical meatballs, no problem.
Hail.
I have considered this topic for quite a while. Is it not true that meat tastes better when consumed by the mouthful, rather than via tiny, polite little bites? 'Tis my preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture whilst increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. I prefer only the most restrained application of seasoning as well. 'Tis best to let the ingredients' natural flavors thrive. If animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the least we can do to honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. If you say so, lady. Started preparing food with Hulkenberg, making sure to follow her minimalist methods with the ingredients. We chose prime ingredients on this day. I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it is complete. Pleasing aroma, is it not? That indescribable acridity belies the dish's depth. It's so novel and unique. I've never tasted anything like this, and I may never again. The critical meatballs are complete. An enchanting aroma, is it not? Yeah. Thanks to speed cussing and nothing passed. Okay, cool. Alright, hold up. I'm communicating in Discord, just BRB. Okay, let's see what else we do. Right, Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg board game. You've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Hulkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game? Sure. Then let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter. Shall we?
Yes.
Considering the current flow of battle... It was an even battle, but within the span of one turn I suddenly found myself cornered. Come now, 'tis too early in the battle for so sullen an expression. If your foe mobilizes a large force, then surely an opening may be found. Your enemies marshal their full might to breach your defenses, all whilst leaving their own base wide open. How do you respond? Hold up. Balance offense and defense, it says. Yeah. I would simultaneously attack the enemy's base while maintaining my own guard. 'Twill be quite the challenge to fight my pieces face to face, but the situation is simply unavoidable if you want to capitalize on the opportunity to seize the enemy's stronghold. I pointed out an effective move. I feel like my wisdom has improved. Good.
Well then.
Do you understand now? If so, show me with your next move. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while. It's like hexagonal chess. This is Neros. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
Ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magma crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Rhyme. However, the promise of strong magma drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with
Kitty,
the abandoned riches,
you doing okay?
for some reason, though, they all seem to
Frisbee's here.
gripped by fear.
My cat has appeared.
This is...
'Tis a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the Gauntlet Runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant. You okay?
Everything okay?
Right.
Yeah. Sorry to cause you any concern. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. Right. I don't know if the Mongol crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way.
All right.
Hey!
My stomach sends notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Neros can raid the room when he wants to. Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is an important sight to document nonetheless. Alright. Take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
How are we going to deal with the rain, though? Oh, never mind. Maybe that's tomorrow's weather? The day after tomorrow we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us. Alright, hold up. Reading Discord again. Okay. Lumabee. Okay, who are we doing today? Oh. Okay, never mind. We're going to the lounge to read a book in the evening. Because, fuck it. Friends apparently are not that important. Not right now. Interesting books. Bygone Days. The methodically precise handwriting leads me to believe this is Heismay's. It appears to be a record of his life with his son. I haven't started reading it yet. Heismay left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Shall we spend some time reading this book? Yeah. Could be cool. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He writes of the day his son took his first steps, the first words his son spoke, a time his son nearly ripped his ears off, climbing all over him, of worrying about his son not eating his vegetables, of his son refusing to stop crying at night, of being so exhausted he'd fall asleep in places without realizing it. I see. Being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. A warmth arises inside of me. I feel like my tolerance has improved. Okay. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Quite.
Ah, the salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brylehaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assume that's what it was. And so we put the forest behind us, at long last. That must mean that we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
'Twould seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Neuros, do remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way. Bling, blum, bling, 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 dong, bling. Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean. Neuros said the waters around Brylehaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that. Okay, so what today? Pantry, washroom. If you got a Lumabee from the campfire, you can cook invincible noodles. If not, you can make red grass roasted Bordeaux instead. Head to the lounge. Bygone days. Okay, well. After the pantry and washroom. Bing, binka binky bing, king bing binky ding. Bling dinky binky ding. Alright. Let's cook. We do invincible noodles.
Alright.
Isn't that a dish from Heismay's home village? I'll go get him. Of course. Mini break incoming. I originate from a town that specialized in the production of grain. Consequently, I am quite confident in its use in all culinary matters. I'm rather adept at making dough from flour as well. I shall let you in on the secret. Good chef always listens to their dough. The dough is ever evolving due to the temperature and humidity of the room. Thus, one must make fine adjustments to the amount of water based on present conditions. I followed Haisme's lead and began kneading the flour into dough.
Look!
Stomp, 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 stomp. Okay. Once the dough has been properly formed, we must put our whole weight into flattening it out completely. This technique ensures the best texture. I trust you to lead us into the fray, but in this task I fear there is none I trust beyond myself. Alright, if you say so. Too much heat will impede the development of its texture. For now, we must enlist our eyes and noses as scouts, tasked with alerting us to the proper time to strike. These noodles, they're cooked perfectly. Smell alone is mouth-watering. Invincible noodles, the taste of my hometown. The aroma invites nostalgia and hunger in equal measure. Cool. Speed cooking, nothing passed, good. 1 invincible noodles. Just 1. Thought it was 2. That's weird. So we made invincible noodles. Now we need to read more. Yeah, read more. Bing, bling, ding, ding, bing, ding. Ding, da, bing, ding, da, bing, da, ding, ding, bing. Bygone days. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go! Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Haisme and his son running through fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Haisme loses sight of his son, only to find he'd climbed a tall tree. Haisme is mortified, until the boy nimbly jumps down just as his father would have. I see. Being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, brought him joy. A warmth arises inside of me. I feel like tolerance. I feel tolerance. Still more to learn. Okay. Ah! Enemies coming our way? Or so I thought. Looks like it's that Missy Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time. Hey, you lot! Yeah, I'm the Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king of my watch. I've got a short fuse, you know. And that means if you don't come out right now, kaboom! So the young miss says. I'm hoping you lot are willing to act, of course.
Certainly.
Don't worry, we won't take this lying down. Wait, they're coming on board at the other end? Well, now we have to accept their challenge. It's you. Oh, there you go.
Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you. I'm not holding back.
Tear off! Spot of inventor's ingenuity.
Wow.
Looks like you've gotten stronger.
Hidden eye.
Phantom Tracer, extreme physical, slash damage one enemy, removes buff. Magic dark damage to all. Nah. Nice. No synth, fine. Skullcrack, why not?
I'll show you the essence of I'm all prepared.
Makara break. Negates one enemy's repel magic skill.
No.
Interesting. Gold.
Ready to lose?
Lend me your strength.
Bluster Blast maneuver. Deals extreme magic fire damage to all enemies. Decreases their hit evasion. Okay. Perfect. Weakness. Wow.
You are good.
On me, we go together.
Mamudo.
Combine our strength.
Mandible bearing.
Why not?
Why are you so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped.
Nice dodge. You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
Okay. If you say so.
No. Why? Why? I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
Unscathed. That is embarrassing for her.
Continue to grow. Acquired a new power.
Good. Rebellion. Increases crit rate for one ally 3 turns. Okay. I guess that's fine. Oh. Alright, well. Fine.
I've lost.
I lost again! If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me. But that power of yours is really something. But don't you rest easy, 'cause I will win next time. Start preparing now, you got that. Katharina, cheer up.
Yeah?
I saw you runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. Hey, Dorcas. You Dorcas? Who do you think I am, exactly? Ah, pardon me, I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh.
Are all these people migrating to find work? Even though it might kill them in the end? What other options do Parpus like them have? Might be dangerous, but you've got to break some eggs to make an omelet. Eudoricus, wait. Take this, and see if you can't stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey.
Good news, you lot. Katharina has made a generous donation. Thank you. Now we can eat, for once.
Listen to me.
Listen, everyone. I know these times are trying, but this kinda work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I swear I'm gonna set things right for us.
Well then.
Now, there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund. It's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? They'll be heading out to find work again in no time. I just can't fathom dying to earn a living. The fat cats are all too happy when the Parpus take them up on it.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties for their bloody heads. They squeezed us dry, so I'll squeeze them right back. Will that work? I can't help but wonder if that would solve anything. Honestly, I have no idea. Even now, tons of those people aren't gonna survive. And I can't tell people who aren't eaten today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was just lucky, you know? I had the strength to push through and survive. Truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
That's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done. But they only say that 'cause the Parapus are right where they want them. Beneath everybody.
It just ain't right.
They couldn't have the Parapus start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like the twisted world just as it is. Let's change things. Let's change things ourselves. It's exactly what I plan on doing. And with anyone able to take the throne, now's the time to do it. Which means I can't just hand it to you either. Much obliged. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center, and we should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. We gotta keep taking those monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together. You can feel Katharina's indignation towards the world's absurdities, as well as her deep faith in me. Okay. The loyal hunter, Katharina, keeper inheritor of the brawler's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
I'm not letting anyone die.
Pugilist. Fattens the purse of bounty rewards at each city's recruitment center. Well, maybe that'd be good. Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure. So don't go dying on me. Sure, lady. And sure, your policies are gonna work.
To their limits before darkness takes them. The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
Muddy camp, huh? So we'll be arriving tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brylehaven is. Of course. Campfire. What else? Right, Katharina's. Finish reading Heismay's book, Bygone Days. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Dream Eater Moth, sure. Hold on. Should probably put Strawl on that.
Fascinating. This, all right? And kept, of course.
Because I don't know, man.
Yeah. Right. I could get used to this.
Okay, what else? Probably Skullcracker. No. No. Blizz, why not? Deals medium physical strike damage to one enemy power proportional to caster's remaining HP. Okay, so you're gonna get high voltage when knocking out an enemy and beginning squad battle. Huh. Power thrust. Medium pierce damage to one enemy lowers their defense for 3 turns. That's not bad. Okay. Kind of like that, in a way. Anyhow. Let's go read a book. Bygone Days. Esme's account. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. He recalls a time his son came to him in tears, upset he couldn't sing a certain song well. They ended up singing other songs together through the night until falling asleep. Next morning, Esme awoke to his son, eyes still swollen from crying the night before, singing the song he'd been trying to learn, a birthday song for his father. I see. Being a parent, yeah, we know. Blah, tolerance. Good enough. And the double boost, because we finished. Yep.
All right.
The double bump.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, it's the 20th.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain.
Rise and shine, what?
Alright.
Almost there.
It's voiced. Thank God.
Brilehaven. It's been a while.
You've been before.
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents. I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown jewel, Port Brilehaven.
Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania, the western annexed state of Uchronia. A vivacious city, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by magma to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
It's good. It's good.
Wow! It's the ocean! Just look! There's water all the way to the horizon! It's kind of like the capital, but totally different!
Yes. The City of Water, Brilehaven.
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a sky runner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctist Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. Or just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. It's not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
And that was?
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
It's much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by fine food, is an uncommon blessing.
If you're sure, Nearest, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
I love seafood IRL. Favorite thing. I love shrimp. Came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn. Okay, let's save. You can never save enough. Even with autosave. Let's see. We have done Bygone Days. We've arrived in Brylehaven. While looking for an inn to stay, let's pick up the Golden Beetles around here. Okay, you say that. But I'm going to talk to people more than that. I saw your Gauntlet Runner, so I assume you're a candidate. Do as you will, sir, but please conduct yourself with some propriety. We've had so many ruffians sweeping in here, claiming to be candidates attending the exhibition. And then there's Luis. Ugh. Can't we all give it a rest? Why do I have to sit here wondering if all the extra guards will be enough? This outfit catch your fancy? Must be your first time in Brawlhaven, then. The Navy's in charge here. Our uniform's much smarter than the state armies, don't you think? Oh, you another of those kids here for the exhibition. How splendid to see someone so young come all the way to Brawlhaven. Where can I find an inn? A place to stay, is it? Well, you may hit a spot of bother there. Half the country has flocked here for the exhibition, you know. The inns are bursting at the seams. Well, that sounds problematic. Incidentally, travel in this city's a little different from what you're used to. You won't be able to walk to where the inns are located. Go straight down this street and to the left, then talk to the ferryman at the harbor. If you say, "I'd like to go to Angler's Inn Square," they'll set you right. So this city has waterways. Got it. Hello, sir. Hey, all young Elden candidate. I've been waiting to meet you. You're that town crier, aren't you? Name's Butlin. Last we saw each other was just before your scrap with Godot's runner, I believe. What a scene that was. Figured hitching a ride with Godot'd be safe, but then you and Gladell both show up. Anyway, I've kept busy with my candidate interviews since then. Forden most recently. He's who I rode here with. Look, I know it's me saying this, but be careful out there. The Crown Theocracy will do whatever it takes to win, you know. They're reckless with their runners, too. Usually you'd stop and camp during nights, but not them. We just kept running. No way. They don't rest at all? Yep. An easy trick when you've got God's grace, plus loads of money and people, which this Sanctifex surely has. The head he's brought is quite something, too. If you want to outshine him, you'll need quite the plan. But I can tell you've got something up your sleeve. I'm looking forward to seeing it unfold, my young Elden friend. Till not too long ago, I was a wanted man. If I'm with you, the inns might reject us outright. I'm sorry, but I'll have to rely on you to find our accommodations.
Oh, this blooming heat.
Anybody else worth a damn? Doesn't look like it. Naras is servicing the runner. I doubt there's even room for us to stand right now. Yeah, fine.
Oh, this blooming heat.
Let's ride our blade. You. Bloody hell. The king's own face, all the way out here in Brawlhaven. Did he take his whole bloody palace with him then? It's barmy. Well, yeah, I mean, he's magic incarnate. So, he's not giving it any fucks.
Hey, mister.
Magic incarnate.
Indeed.
In the chaos of the tournament, people who don't belong are congregating throughout the city, like that wretched elder child. What a ridiculous gathering of lesser tribes. It is because these vulgar groups are allowed to flourish that the country is in such disarray. It's as you say, sir. A country ruled by Rassant is what we need.
You little bastard.
Oh, for the love of... Not my front bloody step. Can't just go sleeping in front of someone's house. Piss off. Can't reason with these lunatics. What in hell made you bastards like this? I thought Brylehaven a nicer town than this, but it's nothing but corpses and whatever the hell these bastards are. Can't take this. Mysterious. Mysterious.
I love it.
Have you seen the harbor bazaar? Everywhere I looked, there were rare and exotic items on display. Foreign goods being sold wholesale in the harbor, I imagine. It isn't even Forgiveness Day. Yet the amount they must make daily. Such extraordinary items, including an igniter unlike any I'd seen before. This marvelous market is worth the trouble to visit. Oh, hello. Welcome. Let me just say, I don't sell much here. All I can offer you is medicinal herbs. I'll get some. We can buy herbs anywhere, so you sure about this? Right now, it's fine. Support your local businesses. Thanks. Hey, isn't it a little strange this shop only sells one item? It seems as though there's some sort of secret to this store. Uh-huh. Tomorrow's exhibition will be a blessed sight to behold. I hear His Eminence has prepared an exceptional mark. So you're going to participate as well? I must say I pity you. Hey, aren't you one of Luis's underlings? You got business here? What's it matter? I'm just minding my own business. Not bothering a soul. That's not a crime, is it? And you have business in a back alley like this? What's the matter? Your boss afraid to be seen by His Eminence Fortin? Watch your mouth. Or do you want an encore of what happened at the Grand Cathedral? Talking to the people because I can. I've heard the story. The other sailors were robbed blind by your silver tongue. You must understand, all they did was sign a contract. There was no deception involved. You know, I got some friends over at the Varmareno Coliseum. Better fess up. Unless you want to meet their beasts up close and personal. Beasts? Please no. I'll pay the money back, so just spare my life. Looks like some browbeating. Good old browbeating. And there's a bug coot. Do. Cruising. Through here? Nothing. Big cruising. Proper aces, indeed. I still don't know what that means. Well, I kind of know what that means. I can kind of guess, but I don't know my Britishisms. Especially not in a distinctly non-British fantasy world. Hello. For you, the island's people must change, and to change them I must first change the country. But no one will heed the words of a pagan like me. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Hey, mister. Yeah?
Hold on. Right, we talked to him. Anything down here?
I'm chuffed.
Wow, the ocean's just as spectacular as I heard. I really feel like I'm in Brylehaven now. The sea breeze feels wonderful too. What a lovely city. I feel so energized. So, let's get this shopping holiday started. What's that, dear? Didn't we promise each other we'd visit the Colosseum first? Yes, dear, all right. Let's go shopping. You know, I was actually just thinking I wanted to do some shopping. Uh-huh. You don't say.
Unstinking believable.
Na-na-na-na-na-na. What are you today, Phantom of the Deep? This one doesn't seem to be open during the day either. Magic shops are so strange. Yeah, sure they are. I mean, typically they're illegal. So. The atmosphere here is really something else. Absolutely chaka with people. So I recognize as well fair number of odd ones too. Parapus and Ujiv. Regardless of tribe, everyone's aiming for the throne. What? Ujiv too? You're having me on as if one of them could win. Asshole. Why couldn't they? With enough public support. Did I already go down there? From up there? Go down there from up there? Up there from down there? Something? Oh, yeah, we're fine. Let's go. Go. We already been down there, right? We haven't been down here, though. Brylehaven. Right stuff, the right price. Sell the garbage. Listen. The missus warned me that a water shop would be drowned out in a bustling port town, like. So, prove her wrong. Make a purchase. Why, you could even cook our fine harbor fish in it. I guarantee it's tasty. I know it is. I'm getting this because it's cool. Briny salt. We've already got some.
Make this a pickle.
Doom.
Real cheap.
We don't have any of this. Tuna. I like tuna. Let's get some tuna.
Good, innit?
To be honest, I've had a real rough go of it at sea with that bloodied great monster mucking about. But monster or no monster, you can rest assured my stand'll be full of fish. Sure. Well, I already... Hello? Oh, there's a ferry. I already told you, no more handouts. I've got a business to run here. But why not? It's not like giving one away for free is going to kill you. Keeping all those yummy-looking things to yourselves just isn't fair. You said the exact same thing last time, and I've already given you plenty. Now shoo. I won't be bullied into giving you a single thing more. Cheapskate. Jerk. Stupid face. And just like that, they were gone. I swear, there's just no understanding fairies. If people think all fairies are like that, I might be in trouble. It's a bullshit kind of thing, you know.
Well then.
Things. Rider's anklet. Yeah, I might be able to get a decent amount of speed with it if it lives up to its name. Fine. I got the money. It don't fucking matter. Excellent judgment, and it looks fantastic on you. Every day of the week, I'll be waiting with a new item just perfect for you. Do come again. And here's another bug. Bugs. Bugs for the bug collection. Alright, let's do the things. Do the thingamajigs. Look at all this armor. Let's hope the quality matches the quantity. Praising all the stuff. Squire's bracelet. Damascus. Listen. July 27th, Forgiveness Day, that is. Shops around the whole kingdom, ours included, will sell goods at a discount. And this holy day originated right here in Brylehaven. The merchants in this town are really getting into the spirit of it. Okay, sure. Maximilian armor, grab it. Healing hauber, got it. And put it on him because we can. We can get a naval waistcoat to her. Naval armor too, because why not? Boxer's headgear. Give it to him. Brain hard hat. Steel ship gauges. Give that to her. Espadrille. Yeah. Good. Oops, not that. Well, I didn't mean to do that. But we can change it. This one. Where was it? Something or others. Oh, there you are. Speed, speed, speed. Speed, 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 speed. Doodly 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 dum. Doodly dam. Doodly dormus.
Oh, yeah?
Ornate swords. Seems like this store specializes in them. They look fairly sharp, too. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, yeah, well, whatever. So many weapons. I feel like I've seen some of them elsewhere, though. You think they import from other cities? That's the city of commerce for you, I suppose. Well, yeah. Hello, ma'am. On Forgiveness Day, nearly all the shops, not just this one, will offer discounts on their goods. Not that I should stop a customer from buying something now, though. Just don't come back later to complain if you regret it. Yeah, that's my business. Okay, so one of each thing, at the very least. Because we got the money for it. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Ice attack strength. I think I'd rather have that. Slander. Of course. Halberd. That one too. Pearl. Mace. Does it matter? Not really. Naval sidearm. Ninja blade. Pearl Semaphore. Yeah, I just get at least one of everything. Because infinite money is infinite. Well, nearly infinite money. Blast. It's you hooligans again. Come to rub my face in the mud once more. My wounds have yet to heal, and now the exhibition is nigh. I didn't even have the chance to hunt a trophy. I mean, you attacked first, as you may recall. No one to blame but yourself. Damn it, the kind of attitude is exactly why you youngsters can't run this country. If I had half your gumption. Bitch. You ain't shit. So I'm gonna zoom away on my zooming sword. You know, there's a lot of igniters coming into port lately, but most of them don't exactly seem legitimate. Wouldn't be smart to dive in without much knowledge, I reckon. And yet, if the country's full of igniters now, I wonder if it'd benefit our shop to start carrying them.
But what is there to do now?
This way? This way. Hold on, hold on. I can get it. There we go. Accessory. So many incredible decorations. Guess that's Brawlhaven for you. Wonder how much this place rakes in. Okay, let's check it. Tinned torpor we've already done. Siren Song gloss. Get some of that. Great fairy dust. Hell to the yeah. Robust remedy, relaxant, sulfur salt, regular fairy dust, life-saving medicine. Oh hell yeah. Revival medicine, you should get a little more of that. A little more sulfur salt and robust remedy. Ariadne's as well, because why not? Just make everything at least 10, you know? Because we got the money. We got all the funding from our monster bashing days. Nothing to appraise. Odd seeing a parapus behind the counter, eh? In this town, making money is more important than tribe. Take Night Prowler as a good example. As for my store, it may not look it, but I make a tidy profit. Damn right you do. Good on you. Good on you. Waterways, various description, which I do not want to take right now. Because I am investigating the environs. Investigating the environs for things to take and talk to. Looking for a bounty? Sorry, but I'm busy preparing for the exhibition. I won't have any contracts for a while. Move along now. Fine. I'll leave. the King's Rock here. Hold up. I hear people conversing all around me. Someone's giving a speech every day now. Can you believe it? I didn't expect the tournament to ignite such passion. The top faces on the King's Rock are the same as always, but I'm beginning to recognize the other candidates as well.
Bye then.
Who do you all want on the throne? I hear Roger's a popular chap around these parts. It's got to be Rudolph. We must prevent the state army from falling under Luis's sway. I don't really know much about all this, but what about Lovelace? He's promised a lush life with all the ale we can drink. I want Milo. I mean, he's well fit. Oh, what a clever girl you are. Taking an interest in politics at your age. But politics isn't all about looks, you know. If you put your trust in a man like that, it'll come back to bite you in the end. Tensions are high, we know. High. King's Rock, let's checky. Checky! Let's go! Cool. Absorb all the powers. Ugh, for reasons. Hello, sir. You there. You heard the rumors about the Glodell fella? You know, the obnoxious prat participating in the tournament in Louis' place. Apparently he has a vicious dog he brings along everywhere. I guess he's not Louis' subordinate for nothing. If he can keep a monster like that... Look, an Elda! You in town for the tournament too? Or is yours one of the heads they'll be putting on display? Ha-ha! Even from a boat, ignore them. They'll eat their words come exhibition time. Mm-hmm. What about you? Hello. When I grow up, I'm gonna join the Navy. It's so cool. I dreamed about it since I was a kid too, but you're a girl, aren't you? That doesn't matter. I'm gonna join anyway. Okay, if you say so. Oh, mine. Beetles. Beetles everywhere. Beetles over there. Okay, hold on. What are we supposed to be looking for? Okay, wary shopkeep, center of the map, head east into alleyway, then follow the left wall to reach a gold beetle next to some crates. Head to the calm ferryman marked by the mission, but don't talk to him. Look east, hidden next to the dock ramp is another gold beetle. Once we got the 2 gold beetles here, go north, Merchant's Bazaar. Okay, so let's go back, because I think I only got one in the previous section, so we need to get the other one. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Alright. Next section.
What is it?
Unstinking.
What is it?
My money's on Santa Fe.
Okay, so the bazaar. Today is Big Bargain Day, so pick up some stuff at the market from the cheery water merchant and fervent fishmonger to your left. buy 5 briny salt, 4 fruit cordial, 4 marbled bluefin tuna, 4 mora coney meat. Okay, so 5 briny salt. I didn't buy the amounts that they wanted. I did get all the marbled bluefin. Mora coney, we want 4 of them.
Young man! Young man!
Got a bug?
And then the salt, we need 5 more. There. Cordial, we did all that. The neediest shopkeeper nearby sells Rider's Anklet, which is a nice 9 agility accessory. And that is going on our bat person. Where is it? Rider's Anklet? Yeah. There you go. Cool. To the west of the Black Cat's Claw General Store entrance is a gold beetle. Okay. To the west. And we already got that one. Okay. The other gold beetle here is to the northeast where the recruitment center is. When you exit the center, look left towards the boxes and crates near the carriage and you'll spot it in the corner, and I did. Now let's talk to a ferryman and head to Arena Front Wharf. Arena Front Wharf, okay. If you say so. I did my explorings, so I figure I'll follow the guide a bit. We did explorings. So, done explorings, let's do this. You'd like to travel around Brylehaven and just say the word. Arena Front Wharf. Understood. Now, if you'll board. Okay, what is this dude with the bug? Hold on. Chat with the mysterious old man next to you. And here's where you'll spend your gold beetles that you've collected. Hand over the beetles you have to receive the following 2 items. Okay. Oh, I do believe I know your face from somewhere. Oh, wait, you're the old man who was in the giant sandworm's stomach? None other. Why are you here?
Truth be told.
Oh, I'd intended for that worm's belly to be my final resting place, but after running into you young grubs, I long to see the outside world again. I just gave the worm a little poke with a magic to loosen up its belly. From there, why, it was no trouble at all. So, you got out the same way we did. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. But that's neither here nor there. Tell me, you haven't seen glowing beetles anywhere, have you? They're strange and wondrous insects, luminescent with the golden light of Magla. If you do have any, I'd sure like to take them off your hands. A glowing bug? I feel like we've captured at least one. This is it, a genuine gold beetle. I must reward you for your efforts. Here, take this. Arcane Dragon Blood, okay. Restores the Magla that surrounds your body. Maybe you'll find a use for it yet. That's incredible. Are you sure you want to exchange it for a worthless bug? Just who are you? I'm but an old man with a passion for insects. I only ended up in that worm's stomach because I was too absorbed in catching specimens to notice my surroundings. You're traveling all about the country, are you not? If you find more gold beetles, could you bring them to me? If you hear the familiar chitter, give the area a quick look. Collect 12 of them for me, and I'll give you this Venom Ward charm.
All good.
I mean, sure, if we find any more gold beetles along the way, we'll come see you again. Gold beetles you've acquired can be exchanged for secret treasure by talking to the elderly entomophile in Brilehaven. The more gold beetles you collect, the better items you'll receive. Keep a lookout for gold beetles wherever you go. I see you've returned. And have you found any gold beetles for me? Yep, we found some more of the bugs you're looking for. All of them? Come on. Hoo-hoo! Let me see, how many? Oh, an excellent gold beetle delivery. This will be a great boon for my research. Here's what I promised you. Okay. This is a tremendously useful item that protects you from dragon's poison. Well, not that I've ever tried it myself. Still, if you have items that protect you from dragons, you're no regular bug researcher, are you? Sure. But you see, the gold beetles here have a slightly different shine depending on the magla where it lives. Right now, all I am doing is attempting to solve that mystery. There are still gold beetles hiding out there. If you find any more, please bring them to me. If you find another 13, making 25 in total, I'll give you these claw breakers in exchange. Got it. If we find more, we'll bring them to you. My old eyes and joints, I simply cannot catch them myself. I'm counting on you. I see you've returned, and have you found any gold beetles for me? Yep, we found some more, blah, 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 hand them over. Oh, let me see how many. You don't quite have enough. If you collect more insects, perhaps 10 will do. I'll give you these. I'll return your gold beetles to you if you collect a total of 13. Come back. Sure. Well, that was a payoff of some kind. Go straight north up the stairs on your right, and you'll find another out in the open. Okie dokie. Straight north. Over here? Yeah. After I collect my reward from the Coliseum, I'll treat you all to a stonkin' great meal. That's our captain. A real man among men, you are. Entering the Coliseum is what makes a real sailor. It's the Oceania way to impress someone. Sure, if you say so. I saw you, old chap. Who takes your fancy today? I believe I shall play it safe and place my wager on the monsters. I'll take a punt on the Parapus fighter as a long shot. If he dies, well, that'll be its own amusement. Oh, indeed. I'm sure I'd enjoy that as well. The beasts are most entertaining when they've gone mad with bloodlust. Sorry. Okay. We're all done now, so let's talk to the ferryman and head to the Anglers Inn Square in District. Let's check out the inns and look for a place to stay. After I run around like a jackass. Elsewhere. Off the beaten track, because off the beaten track is how I roll. What do you want? And Elda, you a candidate too? Well, I don't know why you're here, but I can't let you in right now. But with the city this buzzing, when the Coliseum does open, I'm sure it'll be a smash hit. What brings you here? Is further ahead, and the Coliseum naturally is closed for the event. Okie dokie. I think we're done here. Nothing to see. Zooming! Whee! I wanna go over here. Kind of. Not much to see. You. Seabree Street. I think that's the one we came into the city from. But we'll go there just in case. Bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah, we're here. Yeah. We do anglers in the square. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Let's talk to the people. Unless there's a cutscene. You can really see the king's face from here. Huh. I realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brylehaven was beyond my expectations. I wonder why it came. I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we are being observed, as we've seen from the Coronation Rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better, seeing that things in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future. Anyway, better get to finding an inn we can stay at, rather. Even now, His Majesty's Face Watch is on. Once the exhibition of the Brave is over with, it's on to Montario next, I suppose. I never thought I'd see the royal palace entire borne aloft, let alone on skybound pilgrimage to Uchronia's 3 great cities. Royal magic. And what a tremendous magic it is indeed.
Leave it to me.
I promise I will help anyone who's in trouble. Out of money? Don't want to die? Simply ask Jin to guide you. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm having some issues with my work. Of course, don't worry. I am well versed in Brylehaven economic affairs. He's definitely shady. Gossipy worker. You're in the tournament too? Huh. Strange to see an Eldit involved. Oh, but speaking of strange, I hear there's a pagan candidate in the competition now too. He's got no chance of winning. Of course, the church won't stand for it. Sanctus and pagans are like chalk and cheese. They'll never get along.
The tool of the state arrives.
Well met, young Elda. I saw you early in Martira. Impressive what you did in that town. It's just a hunch of mine, but was it a noble behind all the abductions? That's exactly the kind of thing those rich bastards would do for fun. What makes you think that? Well, I mean, all nobles think about is exploiting the common people. You heard my speech, yes? We need freedom, not taxes and laws. In essence, those who earn the most in their own merits are the winners. You and I might be battling it out to decide that soon. What a sodding rip-off that boat from the royal capital was. I saved up all my money to strike it rich by betting big. Now it's all gone. Damn it. It's getting lively out there. We'll have customers queuing up in no time. I bet we're staying there. After we strike out in the other areas. But I'm talking to the people right now. That's another interview done and dusted. The next candidate I'm meeting with is... Wait, I've got to interview Master Godot first. I was told to prioritize candidates from the Sanctus Church, after all. What are you standing there for? Can't you see I'm working? Clear off and come back later. Of course, you're there to prioritize the church. Journalism is just as crooked in this world as it is IRL. This tavern looks lively, but let's wait until we've decided on a place to stay before going in.
Hey, you.
You lot aren't from around these parts. What's all this then? We're looking for a place to stay. Guests, you say? Well, there's been a murderer prowling around lately, and the only scum I can imagine doing something as horrible as that are Parpus or Elda. Let's both hope that a guest is all you are. Fuck you. The inn turns away all who are not of the nobility. It's infuriating. Please don't take this the wrong way, but do I no longer look the part? Milo. You there. You have a look about you like one of my supporters, are you? Who were you again? You truly haven't heard of me? Oh, I am shocked. And yet, how lucky you are to be granted the privilege of my exquisite form for the first time. Beauty is my creed, and more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? And whichever inn I choose for my beauty rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this golden coral pavilion. Alas, I doubt I have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room at such a lavish place as this. This guy's a jerk. I wouldn't want to stay in an inn full of people like him anyway.
Our business is done.
Your professor considered a strong candidate in the tournament. How are you feeling? I'm finding it hard to believe this headhunt was proposed and accepted for the exhibition of the brave. It's positively boorish. By which you mean it has only revealed that these would-be monarchs are little more than bloodthirsty brutes, killers of intelligent life, has it not? Shallow-minded oafs, eradicating resources with no consideration for the future. If they cared for this country, they'd offer their own heads. What brilliant logic. I'd expect nothing less from our era's finest thinker.
That's terrible.
You must be pleased, knowing that your precious Lord Milo is staying in the room next to yours. Milo? What about him? Wait, you're not jealous, are you? Of course not. Don't be absurd. It's just that, well, how do I know you won't? Seriously, aren't you a little old to be jealous? You're just embarrassing yourself, darling. You're the one who gave that speech in Martyra. Guess we were both able to make it here safely to Brylehaven. Were you planning to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because of the exhibition, everywhere's full up, and after I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time too. That's so. This place is no good. We'll have to look for somewhere else. But wait! What gauntlet runner of yours? That gauntlet runner of yours? The one you had parked in the middle of Martyra? It had a more powerful chassis than mine. Tell me, what sort of technology does it use? I don't really know. What a shame. You got inside without even knowing how it worked? Your group must have quite a talented engineer. You know, right? I'm a competitor too, and I'm very proud of my Gauntlet Runner. That means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force.
Hey,
Look who's here. You're that elder fella from the Martyra. From Martyra, ain't you? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you, if so, 'cause I just got tossed out on my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling itself the Come One, Come All Inn. Pfft, some joke, eh? That's going to be an issue. Sure is. Is there another place nearby to stay? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where knobby wankers like Forden stay. Parpus or Nelda staying there? That bloody chance. And there's an inn past the Golden Coral, but that one's twice as pricey. Rumors say that's where you'll find Louise, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew. Think so. Guess we'd better avoid that one then. Not like we could afford it to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking Ujif standing out front, smiling all creepy-like. Puts me right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn when there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle. I doubt we'd get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that this Spider's Den sounds much better. Then again, there's no way we're getting into the Golden Coral. So, we might not have a choice. Should we go check it out? Well, of course. Because destiny. Destiny is how this works. 'Tis fate for us to stay there. Obvious enough. I'm just checking other streets for people to speak with, which I think I've actually seen this one. And this one too. And yeah. I think we're good to go. Hello, sir. Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals? Persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away. Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards. This place really seems shady, but we might as well look at the room. Okay.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the days. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right, we've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, means something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear, for Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open. Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coppers will be a head lighter. We'll split their fortunes and toast to our help.
Preach it, Katharina! You just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blighters are afraid of losing to Sanctifex Fort.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on, Lovelace. Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Louise's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Fishing minigame. Huh. I got some weird, creepy creature.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite...
By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Oh, jeez.
Why, tis delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
At least we'll die together. Looks poisonous.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Yeah.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
Yes.
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
I had to do something.
A problem like that, I had to do something.
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack so soon. So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
A bounty.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is it?
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums, for his power may rival Count Louise. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
That last line sounded cut off, and I was just doing auto. Joanna and Barden should reach the city by morning, and I imagine they will aim to find us in our Gauntlet Runner. Neuros ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head to the Gauntlet Runner.
Yeesh.
The other candidates' speeches seemed practically identical. I'd not trust those types with the country myself. Is there no one who can truly rival Luis or Forden?
My apologies.
I have a favor to ask of you. Would you mind lending me any unused blankets? Sure. For defense, you understand. Just in case. Otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'd be unprotected against apologies. Against bugs. I want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep, so I thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is warm as it is. Yes, I'm prepared for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'd be grateful to have any spare blankets. The funny thing about this character is, most bats, IRL, eat bugs. What the fuck, dude? Brylehaven is positively rife with tourists. Well, okay, so bugs and fruit. I myself have long awaited the delicacies here, and indeed, 'twas so delicious I wished to eat every fish in the restaurant's tank. Fish so fresh, it still wriggles in the mouth. Now, that's a Port City specialty. What's that look about? You don't find it appetizing? No, I would like to cook my fish. Most of the time. I think we're good. Shouldn't go out right now. Right. Done for the day. Yeah, let's go.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. Just a precarious position.
Let's all stay calm.
Stay calm, all right?
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctoress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a ballet thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, As we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
The fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
I intend to.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Very good. Very good indeed.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus!
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
Oh. So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
No kidding.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people!
Cool.
And compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human! Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next.
Oh, God. Florton.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It's fine.
We'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented.
Hold on.
Count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Okay, I need to do a swap of earbuds, and I want to hear. So, do the swap. Oh, come on now. Alright, come on. Respond, please. Please connect. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to take a bathroom break while this decides whether or not to connect. So, BRB. Okay, sorry about that. Had my earbuds complain of power.
Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Whew. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's the head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The huge chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that you said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A Sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Falden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king. It is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, leave this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
I will. I promise.
Well, damn. An execution. Ugh.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups. We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing. I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand man, see? And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe.
Fascinating. Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah. A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
We only righted a wrong.
No. We only righted a wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Yeah.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It's not a done deal.
It's not a done deal.
Still, it is a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It's in his gauntlet runner.
Wouldn't that be inside his gauntlet runner?
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their god.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello, a word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Stormy. Not good. Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there. Well, shit. Okay, so... almost 3 hours. I'm just gonna check the guide here and try to swap my earbuds again. God damn it. Okay, that's better. Okay, hold on. And I'm back. Okay. Let's figure out what to do now. So, 22nd, head to the Night Prowler. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Just story, lots of story. Do as bade by various individuals. I saw your performance at the exhibition. Blimey. You're bringing a sanctoress as your mark. Oh, what? Hold on. Blimey. You're something else. The tavern folk just couldn't stop blathering on about you bringing a sanctoress as your mark. But framing a Yujiv for the crime sure is nasty. Not so unusual, though, probably. Make a good point. Hey, have you heard the songstress Juna sing before? People love to talk about her looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her, you'll understand. She sings and it's like charging into battle. Can't imagine what kind of life led her to sing the way she does. Nothing you or I can imagine, no sir. When it comes to rainstorms, no city can compete with Brialhaven. I'm drenched to the core. That's Brialhaven pride it is. I do like rain. I'm gonna check on Academia for a sec. Oh, that's a new archetype. Might I ask you for a demonstration?
Hello.
Yeah, you're fine. Cat. Must cat.
That's a good kitty.
Cat. Okay, that's good enough. Yes, I come to Academia for the cat. For Plateau. For he is a very good boy.
What am I gonna do?
You're the one from the exhibition, aren't you? Good work uncovering that scandal. Boy candidate exposes church's dark side. The headlines write themselves, which is actually a huge problem. Do you have any idea how busy I've been trying to cover up this incident? Fuck you, dude.
What am I gonna do? Eh?
I'm just here to talk to the people. Uncover their woes so that I might attempt to stop them. Here looking for some intel. Sorry, but there's not for sale at the moment. Come back another time. Oh, how interesting. A tavern where you can catch your own fish. Though I have to say, your last catch wasn't particularly impressive. No kidding. Young lad, is there something you need besides food? What's the signature dish here? That's an easy one. Fish. In Brialhaven, we've found the most creative ways to eat them. We boil them, fry them, and even eat them raw. Doesn't hurt me want none that they go great with ale and spirits. That said, Some travelers get a little too brave. They tend to overeat and often make themselves sick. Not unlike that red-haired companion of yours shoveling them down her gullet. I'd keep an eye on her if I were you. Well, let's see here. That's a tough one, because I could talk your ear off about the place. Oh, maybe you've heard it referred to as the City of Commerce? There's also a holiday called Forgiveness Day, where all the stores offer discounts. The tradition originated here in Brilhaven, don't you know? Something about tax collection during a bad rainy season. I forget the details. All that aside, the city provides many forms of entertainment, whether that be gambling or the Colosseum. I know you candidates are just visiting, so I say take in the city while you can. Let's see, yes, some well-known candidates and notable sponsors have started coming here. The tavern's always buzzing with talk about the next king. Ale and politics are rarely a good mix, and there's trouble sometimes. But you know, that's a big deal when even the drunkards are speaking up for their country. So in its own way, I think it's interesting. I'm sure you have your own share of burdens with it, but your best is all anyone can ask for.
Hey, listen. Excuse me.
It's all exhibition all the time with this lot. Tavern's been chock full of irritating blokes lately. They don't know the first thing about courtesy. And that candidate Loveless, so impudent.
Hey, listen. Hey, mister.
Mom, when's supper? I'm hungry. Is it ready yet? Is it? Is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? Hush now, child. If you don't be quiet, a go-born will come along and gobble you up. Okay. I thought they were gross at first, but pair them with the ale, and these seafood dishes are superb. I'm broke, so I plan to quit drinking for a while, but that siren song of sweet ale, man. Alright. Good for you, then. Anybody else to speak with? I don't really know. Probably not. What about inside? Oh, this is all. Well, shit. Okay. I guess we're ready to go. Onward into the onward direction once more. Where are you off to? Angler's Inn Square, Night Prowler. Night Prowler. So you're the ones them brothers were talking about then. I've heard all about it, so go on, hop in, right behind me. Hello. Fascinating place.
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at my big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in to make some points for my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First defense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
We're getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
Hold up. I guess it doesn't really matter. Today's the 22nd, yeah? In the game? Okay. I treat all tribes equally.
Treat all tribes equally. Just like Lord Luis.
Alright, a bit much, ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality. You're not doing yourself any favours here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I don't like Forden or his church.
I don't like Forden or his church.
Too right. They have no idea what justice is. Ah, but you had a sanctoress publicly executed so you could get ahead. Not in a position to moralize, are you?
We don't expect everyone to take our side. We're just here to right wrongs, that's all.
Whatever. You got some brass tea, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than that Gladell ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. Get in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the King's magic. Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Probably shouldn't be discussing this in a crowded bar. Fucking A.
Where?
It's already sunset. Time flies so fast. Etc., etc. Flies by so fast. Luis's Gauntlet Runner, the Caradrius, is stationed in Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry to get us over there. Okay. Take the ferry to Caradrius. Looks like we've got until August 13th to take care of side missions before the main event. Okay, fine. What to the ever right now?
Hello there.
I want to go to Warship Harbor. That's no place to visit after a piss-up. But alright. Mind yourself and climb aboard.
Incredible.
Wow, didn't hit me until we got right up close to it. But this runner really is huge. Boy, over here. Keep your heads out of the clouds, will you? You bumpkins can fawn over the Caradrius all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway. What with the soiree and all? Soiree? What's that? Hey, boss. How about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me. I'll give you the grand tour. Oh, and a friendly warning. Be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay? Let's not test his patience then. Lord Luis is in the reception room, and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
I kinda do. The size of Luis's Skyrunner is ludicrous, and he parks it in the middle of Warship Harbor like his bloody name's on it. Listen, mate, you ain't wrong, but you gotta let this one go. You never know who might be listening. Once the exhibition's over, they'll clear out, and it'll all blow over.
Check this out.
At last.
We've got to seize the first foothold for our infiltration. Soon enough, Luis will be within our grasp.
If I may.
Gladel comes through here an awful lot. You know him, don't you? Oh, Luis faction candidates. Sometimes he's got the beast of a dog with him, too. Sad to see a man with a temper like his with a pet. But, wouldn't you know it, he's sweet on that dog. Somewhere at the bottom of his black heart, he thinks that dog's cute or something. Strangest thing you ever did see.
Indeed.
This runner bears more in common with a castle than a carriage. I can hardly imagine what its interior must be like.
Understood?
It is impossible to discern how much trust the brothers will afford us. Keeping our guard up around them will be crucial.
Got it.
And here we are. Go on in. Don't wander off. Until you get used to it, this place can be a real maze.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. There's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. Feel like we're always being watched. Like it or not, an Elda recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall. Counts as a dungeon? Well, of course it does.
What do you need?
You're the new guy. Hang on a minute. You're an Elda. Well, ain't that a rare sight? Just do your level best, all right? We ain't shy about casting off those who aren't strong enough to keep up. So be sure you pull your weight, you hear?
Hello there.
Did you hear about what happened at the exhibition? Some Elda kid showed up for it, they say. And apparently Lord Luis loved it. That kid's going places, I can tell you that.
Look at that.
Damn, is it true? Did Gladel really show up to the exhibition with the head of a human in hand? Yeah, but the head was so small that hardly anyone noticed. Makes you wonder what the hell the point was.
Hey!
Jew, I saw the exhibition. You put on quite the show. You really gave those Sanctus what for, and you're one of us now, aren't you? Well, cheers to new friends.
Yep, we're safe here.
That reminds me.
Oh, You're that elder candidate that I've been hearing about. Apparently, Lady Juna likes you too. She's staking her claim on some kid, even though she's already with Lord Louis? Damn, Lady Juna's got stamina to spare. Well, shit.
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What was that? Happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic-controlled locking mechanism? Keeps a suspicious element out. You know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins. Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around. Yep, different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. We will need to acquire them, then. Boy, already trading treacherous whispers amongst yourselves, eh? Quit with the gossip and get on already.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forget we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits? So that's all it took, eh? Little show at the exhibition. Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the Count's men. They got Lord Louis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal. What, these pissants? Against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls. I'll leave it out, Zonth. Get your arse back to your post. That's an order. Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home, tails between your legs.
Seriously?
Just gonna stand there? You're gonna move. Come on.
Here.
And this would be Lord Louis's quarters. Just a reception room, lass. He'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he? Lord Louis is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey.
Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope.
A beautiful city, Brylehaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War. Estonia, having chosen to go there, and launch an opportunist attack in the north. Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks? I need ask. Instead, I will hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I bid you come.
Here we go.
He's testing us. What should I say? What's your plan against Forden?
How do you plan on winning against Ford?
I will kill you.
In a duel.
That man and Sanctism both are malignant tumors in this country's flesh and must be excised as fitting.
Aren't candidates protected by the king's magic?
The king is not a god. There is always a way. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged. This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall. A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. It might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate.
It's just...
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
Seems we have no choice.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party should be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
I wonder how Gallica's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this.
Stop monologuing out loud.
I'm suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming? Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters. We thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
You mean... Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. Don't make yourself scarce.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again? A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
Fascinating.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, It seems you worried for naught.
I'm back.
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is. I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently, the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
We'll have to make it work.
We'll just have to make it work.
You truly mean that?
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's gauntlet runner? He seemed very proud of his strength. Ah, he was rather full of himself, yes. Sergeant Zonth, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder, he might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors. That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning.
Got it?
Success for our infiltration depends entirely on our preparations after tomorrow. Don't worry, as long as we work together, we'll find the solution.
May I speak?
The day of the Prince's awakening may be nearer than we realize. We've got to make our preparations before that soiree. The songstress has been in Luis's private chambers. Not that I would judge her, I suppose. At any rate, the operation begins tomorrow. Rest well tonight. Okay, nothing to do, nothing to do. Okay, let's go.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys. 'Twould seem they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and push forward. If we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. If they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well. Luis's subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. If we wound their pride, may still be on the table. Okay. And this is the 23rd, yeah? Okay. This is a new challenge. This is a new challenge unlike any we've faced so far. Right, a new situation calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up over our heads. Unlike previous operations, time is of the essence when infiltrating. You will need to keep your battles short, defeating the officers within a certain number of turns. All the officers are quite strong, and each will require you to be tactical. Gather information about them in town, and utilize requests to strengthen your abilities to give yourself a fighting chance. Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit. Well then, before we can secure a route to his quarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the soiree. Fascinating.
Let's focus.
The treasure route must be secured so Luis's room can be accessed on the day of the soiree. If I steal the curse formula, the Princess Curse can be lifted. A mission with a deadline has begun. Be cautious of storms, an inclement weather condition that may occur around Brylehaven. Meet with your allies in Warship Harbor to infiltrate Luis's Gauntlet Runner. The interior of Luis's Gauntlet Runner is divided into 4 areas: the crew quarters, the starboard corridor, the port corridor, and the bridge. You'll need to obtain a special key from the person in charge of the bridge, in the deepest part of the ship. Don't forget, you need to gain access to Luis's quarters by the day of the soiree.
Let's head there.
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, huh? Well. Okay. Preparations need to be made. Hold on. We're at 3 hours, 29 minutes in the recording, so I think this might be a good spot to stop and take a break, get another snack. And then we do the preparations. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point to stop this recording, start the next one. Okay, so, Lifeseeker 128 here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I always like to see new people watching. And, so yeah, more to come after this break.